Hey, what? What the?
Oh my god.
I just texted him. I was like, hey, why aren't you here? I thought he'd be like at home or something.
Can you imagine not having coffee? I mean, I mean that in a way of like somebody who is actually able to have coffee. I don't mean somebody that like can't because of health reasons or whatever. But can you imagine not having coffee? I mean, like, it's just such a gift. I just love it. Love it. Well, good morning. It is Monday, August 5th. That means this is episode number 5. And I am excited for the day. I am excited to do the things that I get to do today. First off, what we are going to do is I'm going to do my morning studies in Logos, and I'm going to test out one of my live streams to see how that looks. If you missed the video the other day, gave a little preview of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stream more using Logos. I'm trying to stream more of study prep and behind the scenes things like that. And so that's something that I'm going to begin today. I'm trying to make it more consistent. I'm trying to just get I'm trying to get the way that I use Logos out more because I'm trying to help people learn the software, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable as well with using the software because that's something that I always am trying to get better at. So that's the first thing today. And then on Mondays, I always have an elders meeting. I meet with the team and our pastoral intern. We meet every Monday we're working through an eldership. It's upstairs. We're working through an eldership book together. We discuss the previous week's reading. And then we talk about Sunday's sermon, and then we talk about the week coming Sunday's sermon. We discuss strengths from the sermon, and then we discuss planning ahead for the coming sermon if whoever's preaching has questions about the text. And whoever is preaching, if they need to address anything, we use that time, and we try to split it up evenly, 1 hour and 1 hour. So I have that this afternoon. And then I'm going to try really, really hard today to spend a lot of time studying and prepping for some of the things that I have going on this week. We have a show tomorrow night. We have... that's it right now that I can think of. I mean, other content and things like that coming out, but that's the big thing that I have to prep for. But I really just want to spend some intentional time in studies today. I have some work to do for my business. I have to grocery shop. I have various things going on throughout the day, but I really want to use, especially this morning time, I really want to be intentional about studying and just spending time in the Word of God and letting it nourish my soul and strengthen me and encourage me. As weird as this might sound, like I'm not... The last week or so I've been very up and down, and so my studies haven't been as consistent as I would like them to be. And I recognize the importance of needing to get back to that, making sure every single day I've got time blocked out. If it means that I've got to get up earlier, I've really been struggling with sleep too, and so it's just kind of like a vicious cycle that I'm stuck in. But I'm really praying that today is a day that I can just move forward and focus on what God has called me to do, and make much of Christ. There was one other thing I forgot to mention: the big news of the day. So I was on the Pastor's Discussion podcast last week, and the episode posted today. I'll link in the comments below. But yeah, that's such an honor, because when I first started doing Theology Nights, one of the first podcasts that I listened to, one of the first podcasts that I listened to, there we go, was the Pastor's Discussion podcast, and John Hawkins and Joe and those guys. Like, I learned so much from them early on, and then I forget how we first connected. I think I just sent a message to John, and we became friends and stuff like that. And then I had him on our show, and our relationship really grew, and we became friends. And so when he asked me to be on the show, I was just like blown away. Like, that was such an honor. And the podcast is out. So again, I'll link below where you can go to listen to that. Pastor's Discussion Podcast. They're part of the Bar Podcast Network. They are fantastic. The content that they produce is excellent. It's solid theologically. They have a really great balance of, there's two guys that do the show, and so they have a really good balance of creating conversation between the two of them and keeping it engaging and everything. So yeah, I was so excited when I posted this morning. I forgot all about that.
Do you guys want to be in the vlog? Do you want to be puppers on the vlog? Tiger really wants to be on the vlog. What about you? You want to be on the vlog?
All right, I'm done. That was the first Monday morning. Well, it's not really just going to be Monday morning only, but it was the first morning study live stream that I was able to do. And it was really good because I had a bunch of guys that were on the chat, and I was able to show them off some of the resources and answer a bunch of questions that they had, and just sort of do a little tour of Logos and talk about some of the sales that they have going on right now. That worked out really, really good. That was exactly what I wanted it to be. Just to kind of have it open and show you guys around, and if you want to stop in and ask questions, it's available for you, stuff like that. So that worked out really good. Thank you. If you're watching the vlog and you watched, well, yesterday, thank you. I really enjoyed that. I'm starting to come into like a little bit of a groove. I'm starting to see more clearly the avenue of content that I'm supposed to be doing and stuff like that. Things are starting to come together. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. All right, last part of the vlog for the day. But this morning I was able to do the first live stream through Logos, which is a new feature to the channel that I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to do that every day. I'm trying to do a morning study stream. Today we didn't get into too much studying. I had some really good questions. People were asking about some resources in Logos, and I was showing off some of the sales and some of the other features, and so that's where we spent most of our time this morning, was discussing that stuff. But moving forward, hopefully the goal will be to actually do some exegetical studies and show you my what I'm working on that day. And as I mentioned, sometimes there might not be a lot of chatter because I'll just be working, but I want you guys just to stop by and drop some comments in the chat, ask questions or anything. We can create some dialogue in the chat channels and things like that, which is what we did this morning. It was awesome. I was really thankful to those that tuned in. I really had a good time. And then the second part of the day, had an elders meeting. Every Monday we have an elders meeting on Monday afternoon, normally a couple hours long. We come together, we are working through a book, an eldership book together. And then we discuss the sermon from yesterday and then next week's sermon. But as I was driving home and I was thinking about what I wanted to end the night with, because there wasn't really, that was the two big things that I did today. So that's why there wasn't really much video. First off, elders meetings, of course, are closed, so can't really videotape that. And then the Logos video, I already have a different video posted, and so I didn't want to add that to this video because I kind of did that yesterday, showing a sneak peek, and I want you guys to watch the actual live stream. So go to the YouTube channel. You're already on the YouTube channel. Scroll down a little bit farther, you'll see Logos 8, Live Bible Study, Biblical Theology, Systematic Theology. I forgot the exact title, but it's on there. You can watch it. I would love to hear your feedback on that. But as I was driving home, trying to figure out how I wanted to close the day out, I was really just thinking about how fortunate I am to serve with a group of people. Ministry, it can be really lonely, and it can be very frustrating. It can be discouraging, it can be exhausting, and it is those things. But when I look around the table and I'm sitting with these other guys and I'm able to share inner struggles and I'm able to be transparent with these guys and I'm able to open up with them and know that they are praying for me and they are caring for my soul. And having that group of guys that I can do ministry with is something that I can't really put into words. And when I have my Monday meetings with the other guys that I serve with, it is just so nourishing to my soul. It is so encouraging to me to be able to be a part of a group. And most importantly, it's encouraging to me to be a part of a group that cares for the Word of God above all things. Because you can be a part of a group of guys that are business-minded. You can be a part of a group of guys that don't really care for upholding the Word, that don't care about theology, they don't care about doctrine. They want to run things like a business. You can be a part of a group like that. It's not fun. It is really fun to be a part of a group of guys that care about theology. I'm very honored that I get to do that. I'm very, very humbled by it. So that's Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Actually, today is Tuesday because you're watching it on Tuesday. But tonight, so Tuesday night, we will have episode number 54. Is it 54? I can't remember. It's 54, 53, 55. I was wrong. Yeah, last week was 54. We talked about Josh Harris. We talked about racism, and we talked about Matthew Hall. But yeah, tomorrow night's 55. Would love for you to join us. We're getting back into a theology series. We are going to start working through different doctrines. I actually have an idea. I think I'm going to do this. Logos has a reading plan called the 100 Most Important Verses in the Bible. And obviously, I'm not going to do one by one. But I thought about doing some of those. Let's take these 100 verses and let's evaluate some of them. Let's put them in their context and let's study them as they were intended. And let's figure out why they're actually important. Like, what doctrine do we find in these verses? I think I'm going to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So that's probably what we'll do tonight, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Live, Facebook, YouTube. Join us. Would love to see you guys there. And then Wednesday morning, we have our Hebrews Bible study through the Dead Men team. And I would love to see you guys there for that. We have a good time. We have an interactive chat in the morning. And then, again, moving forward, hopefully the goal is to do a morning live Bible study through Logos, a live stream. A morning live stream through Logos, discussing doctrine, theology, things like that. That's a new avenue for the channel. That'll be live on Facebook and YouTube as well. So all of these things to say, listen, I really feel like I'm hitting a groove, and I feel like for a long time I've sort of, like, that looks really cool on the camera. I felt like I was just like bouncing back and forth, and maybe was losing some motivation, maybe was getting some frustration even. But I feel like over the last 5 days, things have become really clear as the direction of what I'm supposed to do. And I hope you join us. So far, it's been an amazing response. There has been a lot of messages sent to me. I'm very encouraged by all of your support. But listen, pray for me, pray for my wife. This takes up a lot of time. I'm busy from sun up till sundown. I don't sleep, and so I ask for your prayers for my family as we labor together to make much of Christ through what God has called us to do through these platforms. So listen, send me a message. I would love to chat. If I can encourage you in any way, if I can pray for you in any way, if I can help you with anything, I'd love to chat. And I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.